hello. What's up this afternoon, everyone? Welcome. Fine Monday to you all, and Band Day to you all. Good to see ya. Oh my gosh. Darkwing Duck, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup to you for you. Thank you. And we already got a donation before the stream even came on from AGK Mark, $2 donation. Hey, my name is Saffron Olive. For my birthday this year, Wizards decided to ruin one of my favorite modern toys, Mono Red Prison. Happy birthday, Seth. Well, AGK Mark, thank you so much. It actually is my birthday. I wasn't gonna bring it up, but yeah, it is. It's a birthday stream, a Band Day stream, maybe making Mythic stream. Do I like tomatoes? I do not really like tomatoes. I like ketchup, which I think comes from tomatoes, right? Like it's ketchup. Ketchup is tomato based, but not a big fan of tomatoes proper. So how's everyone doing today? Good to see you, Jesse Doyle and Hubergate and Greenscrag and Mona the Gogger and Jonah and Davis Azire and also Mdeezy Ethereal Ether. How's everyone doing today? Oh my goodness. So this morning, if you missed it, no, I'm 21 again, just like Vince. If you missed it this morning, wow, we got the BNR and it is big and it is exciting, and I think Wizards absolutely nailed it. Thank you everyone for all the all the birthday wishes. So what do we get banned? Historic is weird. They banned Uro. Okay, good. That's fine. That's an improvement. It's the one format they kind of went light on though. I was actually expecting a little bit more today. What are we playing today? Okay, what are we playing? Let's talk about that real quick before we talk BNR announcement. So we got two things on the docket today. One is I really want to show off this Halvar deck I've been playing, which, oh man, so far here's my data over the weekend with this deck. So far with this deck, I am 17-2 with this mono white Halvar list, with one of the losses being a white weenie mirror match. So I figured, because I've been playing this deck and having fun with this deck, should probably play it on stream. So we're gonna start off with Halvar. Maybe we can hit Mythic along the way. Hopefully, fingers crossed. We're close. We're kind of close to hitting Mythic. So gonna start with that, and then if we can hit Mythic to celebrate. Oh my goodness, this deck is so janky. I found this one posted. Someone played it in some little tournament and went 2-1 with it, and it is I don't know where it came from, the original build. It's essentially every god in standard, along with basically every wrath in standard, in the world tree and some ramp, and you're literally just trying to live and then activate world tree and put the gods into play. Odds of it working consistently, I don't know, but if it does work once, it is going to be pretty spectacular. And it doesn't even matter what the gods are. It's got like Heliod with no life gain synergy. It's just like, if it's a god, it's in the deck. If it's a god, it's in the deck. We hope for the best. I really like this Halvar deck. I really like it. So that is our plan. Try to hit Mythic real quick. We're most of the way. We're like halfway-ish through Diamond. See if we can hit Mythic with Halvar. See if it's still good, and then play some gods to celebrate if we get to Mythic. Ivan, and then tomorrow we will start BNR exploration because of this BNR announcement, which is just absolutely shocking, stunning, massive. I'm really hyped for Pioneer. So I think the plan for streams this week is tomorrow we're going to Pioneer, and then on Thursday we'll have the Cascade rule change, and we can play Modern on Thursday. So I think that is the plan for this week of streams. Also, tomorrow's stream is going to be in the afternoon stream tomorrow. So no Red Splash for Fireblade Charger. Yeah, I don't think it's necessary. We got Halvar, what else do you need? Oh my goodness, I am thrilled about this BNR. So Historic is the one format I'm kind of like, do they do enough? Like, getting rid of Uro's good, and Uro was a big deal in the format, and it was played way too much in the format. So I'm glad Uro's gone. Wouldn't have mind seeing like Muxus thrown in, or Cauldron Familiar thrown in. Little concerned that the sack decks are going to be really good. Atheist, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for the subscription and the kind words. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you. The good thing though about Historic is Wizards just ban stuff in Historic. It's the one format where they don't need a BNR, they don't need any big production. They can just be like, tomorrow, okay, this is too good, we ban it. So I feel like it's fine that they went light on historic. Pioneer, this is a list of like the most hated, most obnoxious, least want to play with cards in the format. So Spy and Undercity format target the Oops All Spells deck. Teferi, mistake. Uro, mistake. Wilderness Wreck, mistake. And not only are these mistakes, if you look at the metagame, these are mistakes that are like at the top of the meta. Like this really shakes up the Pioneer meta. If you look at the meta, you have Wilderness Wreck, deck number 1, Oops All Spells, deck number 3, Nivdalites to Teferi deck, deck number 4, Omnath Uro deck, deck number 6 on our list. So this is just like cutting the legs out from under essentially all the best decks in the format. Are we getting wildcards back? So I don't think you get wildcard back unless... I think if you didn't already get refunded for Uro when it was banned in Standard, maybe. But if you already got a refund for Standard banning, then you won't get another one for Historic. Just Peter, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big tip for you. Thank you. So that's Pioneer, and Pioneer is the format I'm most excited for. Pioneer went from... I played like a league once in the last 6 months to the format that I cannot wait to play tomorrow. Like, I am so hyped for Pioneer now. I think it's actually going to be really sweet. So, Pioneer is exciting. Modern, kind of the same deal. Field of the Dead, oh my god, that was so bad. Mystic Sanctuary, maybe even worse than Field of the Dead. Uro, of course, everywhere. The one that makes me a little sad is Simian Spirit Guide. That means Turdwood Blood Moon / Mono Red Prison is basically just not a deck anymore. Eggy, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. But really, even though Simian Spirit Guide is one of my favorite cards and it supports my favorite decks, Modern's probably better without it. Like, fast mana is just not something we really want going on in Modern, I don't think. Hey, what's up, Sun Shooty? How are you? Fanograph, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. And then they changed the rules starting on Wednesday, where you can no longer cascade into Valky. Well, you can cascade into Valky, but you can't cast the Tibalt half, which I think is a really good way to go about it. J-Morph, oh my goodness, a bunch of gift subs. Dicey DJ, the new Showboy, Where Cinema in Shenawar. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. So they changed the rule to get rid of that as well. All around, this is basically like everything I could have asked for from the BNR. Like, it is everything I could have wanted. Yes, Ad Nauseum's not good anymore, but does that... I don't know. Like, if it's your favorite deck, I think that's, I feel bad for you. In the same way that, like, I feel bad because Mono Red Prison's not a thing, and that's my favorite deck. So, getting one of your favorite decks banned does suck. Like, it doesn't feel good. At the same time, I do think that no Simian Spirit Guide does make Modern better, even though, like, I personally miss it. What do you think about leaving Bring to Light untouched? I think it's fine. Like, I don't think cheating Tibalt into play, period, is a problem. I think that cheating Tibalt into play on like turn 0, 1, 2 is a problem. Like with Bring to Light, probably your best draw, you're getting a Tibalt on turn 3. Like, you have multiple mana dorks. Normal draw maybe turn 4. And I think that's fine. Like, Modern gets by with Tron casting Karn on turn 3 constantly, and we have survived that. So I think turn 3 Tibalt, turn 4, turn 5 Tibalt, that's probably fine. Even in Pioneer, I think Pioneer's interesting because I guess we'll have to see what the meta looks like. I mean, maybe it could be a problem in Pioneer. We haven't really seen it take off though, and 5-color Niv takes a hit because of Teferi getting banned. So maybe Teferi and Uro getting banned will power down Niv enough that it's not a problem, but I could see keeping that in mind. Are you telling me to cast Divine Gambit on my opponent, bring Tibalt into play should be banned? Yeah, I mean, I think that's fine. Like, if you Divine Gambit and your opponent hits Tibalt into play, like, you kind of ask for it. So I am really excited, and this means starting tomorrow, we're going to play a lot of Pioneer. We're going to play a lot of Modern, and I mean, I can't really even complain about this ban list. Other than, like I said, maybe they should have done more in Historic, but really, this is like everything I wanted in a ban list. I think Pioneer's going to be really exciting for the next few weeks. Modern's going to be really exciting. Will the formats end up broken again eventually? Yeah, probably. Like, they tend to do that, but for the short term at least, it's going to be really exciting and interesting. What about not banning Omnath in Pioneer? So not banning Omnath in Pioneer, it's kind of like the Bring to Light thing we were just talking about. Ideally, not banning Omnath will be okay because Uro will power it down. That's one of its best friends. They always see play together. Not getting the extra land drop is going to make it worse. Teferi powers it down a little bit. That's often in the same decks. So maybe it'll be okay now with these cards being banned, but I think it's still something to keep an eye on moving forward, where it still might actually be something that could need to be banned in the future. But I'm a little bit hopeful that these bannings will power it down. I mean, obviously the big thing was no standard bannings, which, yeah, I guess that's fine. Like, I'm just sick of Eldraine. I would love to see Eldraine just gone, but Standard's not in a horrible place right now. We're actually standarding today with a deck that I really like, so hey, what's up, Doug? How are you? But anyway, what do y'all think of the BNR? Like, are you happy with how this turned out? Like, is there anything missing? Is it too much? Is it too little? Is it going to get you to play Pioneer? Is it going to get you to play Modern? Are you going to, I don't know, lure us in Vintage or something? MTGA Brawl is just full of control. Yeah, I don't... This is probably going to sound harsh, but I don't think Wizards cares about Brawl. I don't think enough people in the community care about Brawl to make Wizards care about Brawl. Because I've heard a lot of people saying, like, 5-color decks are everywhere. It's just all 5-color mid-range piles with Prismatic Bridge, with Kenrith. Like, that's what the format's about. Yeah, that might be true, but I don't know if Brawl is a big enough thing for Wizards to focus on fixing it, quote unquote. I think that might be the sticking point. Have you thought about making an all-flip card commander deck full of pathways? Ooh, that could be kind of funny. I have not really thought about that, but that is a good idea. Kind of wish Cauldron Familiar was unbanned. Ooh, I kind of wish Cauldron Familiar was banned in Historic, personally. What about Trickery? This is the one card that sticks out is being odd on this list. If you read through this entire list, Uro, yes. Oops All Spells, yes. Teferis, yes. Wilderness Rex, yes. Field, Sanctuary, yes. Simian Spirit Guide, sad, but yes. Tibalt's Trickery is the one card that kind of stands out. I think I'm fine with it being banned, even though I'm still not convinced it's actually good in Modern. But it is a miserable play pattern, so... Electrobalance will survive losing Simian Spirit Guide. I think Electrobalance can work without it. I think Ad Nauseam is dead. Like, I think Ad Nauseam is just straight up done and over with. So I think that's the biggest loser out of the Simian Spirit Guide decks, but I think that, like, Electro Dominance, you can still play that without Simian Spirit Guide. Hey Seth, always love your opinion on things. A little jealous how you stay so level-headed. However, I was wondering if you have an opinion of Wizards recouping tickets when they ban a card that is very expensive on Moto. Oh, That's a tough one. Like, the problem is, it's a little acknowledgee of the secondary market-ish, if that makes sense. Like, I think that Wizards needs to, like, have the illusion that they don't think that cards are worth money, even though obviously internally they do. But, like, publicly, they need the illusion that they don't have anything to do with the secondary market. If people sell cards for value, like, they can't control what people do with what they put out into the world. So I think that would be the sticking point, is I'm not sure that Wizards would be able to refund ticks, because then that is a pretty direct connection to the secondary market, gambling laws, cough, cough, exactly. So I would like to see that, something like that. And they did have at one point, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, this was before my day. Does anyone remember, like, in the 90s, if a card got banned, you could, like, send in the ban card and they'd send you a pack or something? Does anyone remember, was this a real thing? Or am I misremembering the stories I've heard? Because this is before I was, like, really playing Magic to any meaningful extent. Like, does anyone remember that being a thing in the 90s? The changes to Cascade. Oh, we have a new donation from Doug. Probably better known as Dad Wildfire. $5 donation. Oh, wanted to tell you, I was playing Riku on Friday with the family, had Rouse Storm Conduit on board, cast Seagate Restoration X3 new, true 57 cards. Oh my goodness. That is living the dream, Doug. And no max hand size too. That is as good as it gets. Thank you so much for the donation. Yeah, so the Cascade change, it's actually very narrow. So basically how this works... Hey, what's up, Azenbull? How are you? Good to see you. So basically how this works is before you Cascade would check the CMC one time. It would just, as you're flipping through your deck, all it would care about is, hitting a card with CMC less than the Cascade spell. Now it checks twice. It checks once when you Cascade into a card, and then it checks again when you go to cast the card. And when you go to cast the card, it still has to have a CMC less than the Cascade spell. So essentially now, you can still Cascade into Valky, but you can't cast the Tibalt half because it'll check again. It'll be like, no, that's 7 mana. The Cascade spell is 3 mana. That doesn't work. That's against the rules. But it really doesn't. I also love the Bannings Recall. Hey, what's up, King of Carrot Flowers? But it really doesn't impact much other than exactly MDFCs. I guess it also technically would hit on adventure cards is the other one, although I don't think there's a deck that actually is built around that. So like for example, you couldn't Cascade into, oh man, I can't even think. Fae of Wishes. You couldn't Cascade into Fae of Wishes with a 3 mana CMC card and cast the 4 mana half because it would be 4 mana. So if that makes sense, but other than that, it doesn't do anything to Living End. Like Living End, it's 0 mana when you Cascade into it or when you cast it. So 0 is 0 no matter what. So, and I think that's actually a great rule change because it actually makes Cascade be more intuitive. Like if I was explaining Cascade to a new player, and I was like, okay, here's how it works. You cast a Cascade spell, reveal cards until you hit something that is less CMC. Intuitively, you shouldn't be able to cast Tibalt. Like, I feel like that is a change that actually makes the game work the way that most people would think it works. So I think it's actually a really good solution to the problem. Gravity Shifter, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. And we got another new donation, and then I promise, we will do our reminders, talk about this deck, start playing Magic, going for Mythic, and then as we go along, we can talk bannings, we can talk whatever y'all want to talk about. Eberreal Blazer. Hey Seth, I made a custom cycle of Eldrazi Titans loosely based on the cycle from M11. Thought you want to see? Well, thank you for the donation. Oh boy. All right, let's see how broken. Let's see how broken these are. Titan of the Absolute. All right, a little bit of white, a little bit of colorless. When enters the battlefield or deals damage to a player, exile any number of non-land permanents you control. Return to the battlefield when it's blocked. Creature gets 3. This creature. Okay. That's kind of an interesting card. I mean, those are sweet. I kind of like the hybrid of the old core set Titans and Eldrazi. That's kind of a neat idea. And I like the colorless color mana cost. That's cool. Those look sweet. Thank you so much for the donation. But yeah, that's a super cool idea. All right, so reminders. Replay YouTube. That's where you find all old streams, including this one in the future normal YouTube. Tonight, Budget Magic playing some Standard. I promise, tons of Pioneer and Modern are coming with the new VNR, so keep an eye out for that on the normal YouTube. A reminder that our sponsor, apparently the O on my keyboard is not wanting to work at the moment. Our sponsor this afternoon is Card Kingdom, and maybe you need some Magic cards. Maybe you got to build a new deck. Now there's a bunch of bannings, and you want to play something new. You can get them over at cardkingdom.com. Even get a free Scoop Soldier sticker. Just let them know you want one in your order note. So thank you to Card Kingdom for supporting this show. Otherwise, merch page, tokens, t-shirts, playbets, giveaways, support the stream and the channel and the site. Donations always appreciated. We have already had some. Never required. $2 or more gets your message read on stream. There'll be more historic coming up. Always like, when a new set releases, things always get Standard heavy for a couple of weeks, and then it kind of goes back to normal with less Standard and more of a mixture. So expect more historic on the way soon too. Thanks for getting to me on Twitter about viewer battles. Is there an ETA and when it may be? Honestly, it'll probably be a couple of weeks now that we've had this BNR, because I think everyone, well, I want to play some Pioneer and Modern stuff, so I would expect it to be a couple of weeks as we check out new BNR stuff, new Pioneer, new Modern, and then new Historic, and then we'll try to get on the schedule. Getting rid of Simian Spear Guide makes sense. Like, it makes me sad because it's a key part of my favorite deck, which is Mono Red Prison. But I think it's the right choice. Like, Modern's better without fast mana, I think. Why buy new cards when everything is reprinted and banned anyway? Value drops either way. That's a good question. Actually, we talked about this, the whole podcast today, which will go up as soon as the stream is over, is about the BNR changes. And that's one of the things we talked about, and I don't know the answer for that. Like, I really don't know. Do you think that Oops All Spells is bad now in Modern Pioneer? Well, I mean, Oops All Spells will not exist in Pioneer thanks to the bannings. Like you lose the two cards that make the deck work. So it's dead in Pioneer. In Modern, it's never really been a top tier choice. So it exists in Modern. It wasn't banned out of Modern, but I think it's still probably like a tier 2, tier 3 thing to do in Modern. It's never really broken out to be top tier in Modern. Maybe because everyone plays Graveyard Hate more so than in Pioneer, possibly. But anyway, all right, what are we starting out with? We are Halvaring. I know this deck's a little different than what we normally play, but it's basically White Weenie equipment with Halvar being the deck that drives everything. And this is a deck I've been playing over the weekend and has been absolutely crushing it. Did you see the cycling deck Jeff played last weekend? I mean, I've seen cycling decks in Standard a ton, but is it different than the typical cycling decks? I don't think I've seen one specifically that Jeff has played. So this deck, Halvar God of Battles is kind of the key card. So it's White Weenie. We're trying to be aggressive, but the big deal is Halvar is actually insane in this deck. Halvar comes down and gives Equipped Creature double strike. So what we really want to do with this deck is like get a Maul on Illuminarch Aspirant, on a Season Hallowblade on turn 3, turn 4 Halvar one-shot you. Worst case, we can Halvar a Sword of the Realms, grind out value like repeatedly sacking Selfless Savior, protecting our creatures, and get our opponent that way. And maybe the most important card of this deck. Hey, what's up, WJ? Yes, I am. I'm excited to play some more of this deck. Faceless Haven is like the most important card in this deck. This is a card that lets us be Ras. It is so good. Like, Faceless Haven, what often happens with this deck, if we don't just jank our opponent out with Halvar, what usually happens is we play a game, we get a bunch of early damage, eventually our opponent's going to try to stabilize. When they stabilize, it's Faceless Haven or Sideboard All-Star Funeral Longboat that comes in after the Wrath and actually steals the win. So do not underestimate the power of Faceless Haven. So let's give it a shot. We're close to Mythic. The deck's been crushing it. We really want to play against Yarion decks. Yarion decks are kind of just like freebies. So hopefully people are still playing Yarion. If the meta shifts and everyone's playing like rogues, then this deck might get worse. But as long as people are playing Yarion piles, this deck's so good. I suppose Faceless Haven is the reason we can't splash red. Whoa. Uh-oh. Maybe Arena's dying. Interesting. Uh-oh. Yeah, I don't know if we'll get a chance to see the boat, because I don't know if Arena's working. I mean, so, I don't know if splashing red is worth it. Like, can you splash red? Sure. But I'm not sure what it actually gains us. Like, Embercleave is fine. I mean, Embercleave is good. It would gain us Embercleave. But we'd have to cut something for Embercleave, and I'm not sure that it would be worth the cost of worse mana. I mean, Showdown's also good. I mean, I don't know. We're so far I'm 17-2 with the deck. So far we're 17-2 with it. With the current build. So I guess, like, how much better could we get than 17-2? We did not get Mythics on Arena. I think the problem is, all right, watch us get absolutely crushed by. Watch us get absolutely crushed by Yarion, which is our best matchup. After talking about how we want to play against it. Oh boy, it could happen. It could happen. Yeah, I mean, that is true. But I don't know, we're doing so well, I'm not sure about if it's necessary to change things up. Do I already have Pioneer Modern deck to try out after the bans go live? I don't know, what should we try in Pioneer? I really don't have a Pioneer deck to try after the bans go live. Do you have any ideas of what we should try in Pioneer? I mean, there's always a million sweet things to try in Modern. Pioneer I haven't played in a while, though. Ugh, Alright, that's awkward. We would like to stop drawing lands, ideally. Well, get you with the Giant Killer. Oh, put it. Yeah, I was hoping we were going to draw more threats rather than lands. The only good news is we do have Halvar. And Halvar with Sword of the Realms that's a clock. I'll play this, equip this. Does opponent have removal? They do. Alright. Oh no. Oh no, watch us actually lose this game to Yorion. Hey, what's up, Elkerzar? How are you? Is Nissa who doubles mana legal in Pioneer? Yes. Mana doubling Nissa is still doing its thing in Pioneer. Awkward. Awkward. Well, possible we should have mulliganed. And that we might be getting punished for not mulliganing. Ooh, blue-white Thassa Blink. That could be fun. Boot it. Corrects the Fabled Passage. Well, this deck is so good I mean, the deck is really good against Yorion. However, this draw has not really come together. Opponents had the removal, and we kept a hand that I guess we arguably shouldn't have kept just because of its slowness. I mean, they can't really have another 2-mana targeted removal spell, right? At some point, they have to be running out of these removal spells. Oh my goodness! All right, we may have finally gotten our opponent out of 2-mana removal. All right, pass the turn. A Ketro Monument could be sweet. Have you tried Infinite Mill combo for Standard yet? I have not. I saw it happen one time. I think it could be cool to try for maybe against odds or something at some point. Opponent binding. Yeah, we might be in trouble. Our opponent's at 19. This is literally as bad as this could go for our deck. We get back Luminarch Aspirant, opponent. Because our opponent's getting to the point where they're going to be able to cast an Ultimatum. And we need to kill our opponent before they... Oh my goodness. Halvar 20. Well, alright. This is not good, not good. The Illuminati. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup for you. Thank you. Well, get in it, ya. Opponent. I also wonder, to some extent, how much the good record has to do with not being on stream. I wonder how many wins that accounts for. Just the fact that it was playing it, not doing content, not doing it on stream, not talking. Vampiro, it sounds good. Thanks for the suggestion. Opponent runs out Yarion. More removal. Blinks, kills. Actually slightly tempted just to concede and go to game 2. This is basically the nightmare for our deck. We should have just mulliganed this head. Favorite Ween album? Chocolate and Cheese. Land number 60. Well, okay. Play a Halvar. Equip the Halvar. Pass the turn. Thoughts about bringing Vorinclex to stream for Pioneer? That could be sweet. Yeah, I don't know. I like the idea of ultimating Planeswalkers. The question would be what shell to play it in. The easiest would probably just be like the pre-existing mono green Planeswalker deck that's already playing ramp and a ton of Planeswalkers. But that doesn't sound very spicy. Yeah, Mono Black Vampires is a legitimate Pioneer deck. I mean, we'll see where things shake out now the bannings have happened. Opponent, Omen of the Sea. Gonna draw some cards. Hey, thank you for the raid, Solaris. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. 5 color for Bolus. Wait, 5 color what? Wait, what is happening? Oh, you do this each combat? Huh. I've never actually had to deal with this before. Opponents usually just die when when Halvar comes down. About it. Thinking. Passing. Can we draw something good? Well, we will place Alpha Savior. See if our opponent has another removal spell. Yeah, I mean, Boros looks fun. Showdown of the Skulls is a... Wow, they really do. All right. Well, good news is, pretty confident we'll just win games 2 and games 3 against Yarion. This is just... We just shouldn't have kept this hand, I think. And our opponent is hit exactly everything they needed. Well, right now, Halvar again. Filberto, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, pass the turn. What is going on with the reserve list right now? Looking to buy promo Karn Silver Golem, and now it's $300. Yeah, a lot of reserve list cards are being bought out at the moment. Pretty much anything on the reserve list is being bought out. I mean, we have Halvar and a bunch of equipment. We're theoretically like a attack away from winning. If we can hit with, like... We're theoretically, like, an attack away from winning with 2 equipped creatures. The problem is, our opponent is... they've just drawn a ton of removal, and they're going to play Emergent Ultimatum eventually. And they could have drawn into removal spell number 20 here. Yeah, we just kept a hand that was slow, and then we drew a bunch of lands. Boat it, pass. Alright, more lands. I'll fire up Faceless Haven. I guess we can't even attack with both, can we? Equip. Opponent. Alright, thinking. We go to combat. I really don't like how a lot of these cards work on Arena. Like, Halvar is just... It's so awkward. Have I seen a Didgeridoo Legacy deck? I think I saw, like, Vince play one a few years ago. Is there, like, a real, quote-unquote, Didgeridoo Legacy deck? Opponent going to chump. Yarion dies. Well, we will equip. Opponent draws a card. Well, let's see what you got, opponent. Opponent untaps. The problem is, if they ever find Emergent Ultimatum, we just lose. Hey, what's up, Dougie? How are you? Looking at your cheaper than reserve list article, I think a really janky but cool combo would be to cast Wheel of Misfortune while controlling their tune and bloop them for 10,000 or so. That would be really sweet. Ugh. All right, opponent just finds and casts a Tybalt. Takes up the Tybalt. Hits Heartless Act number 40. Wait, this is our opponent dying, right? Dead? Oh, do they really have another... Do they have another removal spell? Alright. Well, we'll see. I mean, we're presenting... Even after all this, we're presenting lethal. We draw land number 1.5 million. Well, I mean, Faceless Haven. Equip it. Go to combat. Halvar, why? They probably have another removal spell. If they don't have a removal spell, they're dead. Attack you. Ah! Okay. Wow. That went as bad as a game could go, and we still won pretty convincingly. Wow. That is our deck running as bad as possible, and it still worked out somehow. Hey, what's up, Muscat? How are you? All right, the Mythic Dream is still alive. It's still alive. We'll bring in our boat. I kind of feel like this Raiders carve would probably be better as another longboat, 2 longboats, but bring in Bassery, bring in Elspeth, go down Shadow Sphere, go down a Giant Killer, a Venerable Knight, and maybe one Halvar. Yeah, let's go one Halvar. All right, boom, run it like that. Yeah, I don't know what our opponent was doing there. Exiling Halvar probably would have made the most sense. The vehicles are really good against sweeper decks. Why not bring in Dranith? So, voice is close. 5 lands is way more than we want, but we do have a Faceless Haven. We do have a Selfless Savior. Y'all like mulling a lot more than I do. So many mulligan fans. I mean, last one worked out, and the hand was way worse than this, right? Oh, it's a boat. It's a boat. It is the expensive boat, but still, it's a boat. We needed a boat. It is a sketchy hand. But it worked last time. So that means it has to work again, right? Vote it, lad. Faceless Haven. Wanya. Boot it. The problem with Carve is it's just expensive to crew. That's the upside of the other one. Is it's only 1 to crew, so any random creature from our hand lets us crew it. We do have a pretty good hand against rest, though. We're Halvaring and talking bad eggs and maybe trying to go to Mythic. Aww. All right. Well, yeah, I guess we got to do this because we do have non-creatures in hand. Get rid of the Nightmare. Yeah. I never know when to mill, so I usually don't voice my opinion other than yelling at the screen for 1-land hands. That sounds about right. About it. Removal. Yeah. Passes. Well, play the land. Play the Carve. Play a Giant Killer. Go. Boat's really good against decks with Wraths. Opponent. Another removal spell. And Asika's Chariot. Ugh. That might be an issue. Plays a land. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to win this one now. About it. I mean, I'm sure our opponent will find a way to give it to us. Selfless Savior. Go. I mean, I guess we can kill it pre-combat, hopefully. Yeah, Chariot's really sweet. If we were in green, Chariot, I guess Crew 4 is tough, but could be a good sideboard option. I mean, if our opponent Also as a counter, that's real bad. Well, chop down the chariot. Yeah. Opponent gets their Yarion. Ooh, could be close, could be close. Opponent. Overall, I am thrilled with the bannings. I think, in general, Wizards kind of nailed it. So yeah, super happy with how the bannings turned out. Maybe could have done more in Historic, but otherwise, it is basically exactly what I was hoping for. Hey, what's up? Oh, more lads. Yeah, all right. Whoever said we shouldn't have kept this hand, I am starting to agree with you that perhaps we should not have kept this hand. Maul the Skyclave. Put it on the killer. Boat. Here comes the ship. Well, Carrie, yes. I'm sorry you're not feeling well. Hopefully you're feeling better soon. And while we have never met in person, I have on good authority that you're pretty awesome. So hopefully you're enjoying the stream as well. Well, all right. Take 4. If Hogak is allowed in Legacy, why isn't Uro? I mean, Hogak is pretty fringe in Legacy. Like, it's not in 35% of decks or whatever. So I think that's the issue. Is Hogak's good in one specific narrow archetype. Yeah. Ugh, we're not winning this race, are we? Opponent combat attacks. Leaves back this for some reason. Okay. Well, Usher of the Fallen. Equip. No. Ooh. All right, this Yarion's going to be good for our opponent. It's going to be very good. Ooh, I think they got us. Jonathan Snow, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Go to combat. Attack you. Well, get land number 7 out of the way. Opponent blocks. Hopefully we get a reasonable hand one of these games. I feel bad that these hands have been so questionable. Opponent. Jank Jesus, have you played the Infinite Mill Saga Moriat combo deck? Like, does it actually work? Like, if you played 10 matches with it, how often do you think you'd combo? Yeah, I think our bonus probably won this one. I'm not sure. I'm trying to think. With Yarion out, yeah, that's not gonna do it. All right, on to game 3. Let's see if we get a hand that's a little bit more respectable. They're playing Chariot, eh? Well, let's go. Let's keep the Giant Killers if they're playing Chariot. Yeah, Tibalt's Trickery is definitely the weirdest of the bannings from today, although at the same time... Hey, alright. That looks like a kind of hand that we actually want to have with this deck. We have it, this is more like what we expect our hands to look like. Hey, what's up, Zach? How goes the work? Well, Giant Killer, go. Luminarch Aspire is also important because it protects against Heartless Act, which is a nice bonus. Ooh, and we draw the land too. All right, we'll play this. Luminarch Aspirant. Counter on Aspirant for protection. Hit you for 1 past the turn. Opponent. Well, can we kill him before they get to a Wrath? Maze Mind's Tome, sure. I'll play this. Play Bastry Cat. Opponent scries. To the bottom. Take down. Counter on Giant Killer. 6 ya. Alright, Arion. Alright, Arion. What do you got, friend? Scries. Hey, what's up, awesome dude? How are you? What do you think of the new cube on Moto? Is it the Live the Dream cube? We an opponent. That's how we expect the Arion matchups to go. Like that is what usually happens. That is what usually happens when we play against Yarion. Oh, how are you, awesome dude? Good to see you. Good to see you. The Live the Dream cube was super fun. Infinite Mill is actually fairly consistent. Struggles against hyper-aggressive decks. Turn 4 kill is lucky. Turn 6 kill is uncommon. Interesting. Well, we'll have to try it. They just got banned between games? You receive the equivalent wild card for each copy in your collection if you've never received a wild card. Yeah, so they only refund you once. So if you got refunded from standard, they won't refund you again. Yeah, Golden XP's out of here. Oh, those are some big old Johnny Pride mates. That looks sweet. That looks super fun. Yeah, I actually think that's relatively fair. Like, would it be generous to just keep doing it? Yeah, but is it fair that they do it once? I think so. Crizarex, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, good to get a day off once in a while. How's the classes going, awesome dude? Are you enjoying college? Yeah, because why should you get rewarded because they screwed up more than one format? Yeah, I mean, I guess I can see that argument. I mean, just for, like, the cost is low enough that, I don't know. The cost is low enough that I don't know why they don't be overly generous. Like, I've talked about this before, like, other games just feel so much more generous a lot of the time. So, even if I don't believe they need to refund people multiple times for the same card. Like, what's the harm? It costs them very little, and it makes people happy, and it makes the game look more generous, so maybe they should just do it as a PR thing? Ooh, alright. Well, probably going to be a good Season Hollow Blade matchup. Frostbite Part 1. Well, Season Hollow Blade, go. Put it. Wizards does like their money. Although at the same time, they could not have told people about Uro being banned. Like, I don't know. If Wizards wanted to go max sketch mode, couldn't they have just not told anyone about the banning and waited till people ordered the secret lair? And then be like, haha, gotcha. Or said like, oh, well, we didn't think we were going to ban it, but we got more recent data from something, and that suggested that we needed to. Opponent combat. Wow. All right, getting frisky. Sure. We will take 1. And our opponent shocked themselves to do it. Opponent. Yeah. Fireblade Charger. Sure. We untap. Ooh, that'll be good if we can get to it. Well, play Skyclay, or Selfless Savior. Play Selfless Savior. Hit ya. Opponent blocks. We'll discard a Halvar. Hit ya. Come on, land! Come on, land! Yeah, whatever. Sure. Dog down. Wizards are dumb, but it seems like they'd be asking for a lawsuit if they put out a secret lair with a card and didn't disclose the banning. I mean, but how would you know that they knew they were going to ban it? Let's say they waited another week or two, and then they banned it. Like, obviously, doing it right now would be awkward because it's like currently for sale. But opponent gets it. It says. But how would you know if they sold the secret lair in like the first week of March? Or like, hey, we had to ban Uro. Like, it would look scummy, but what could you really say? Because you wouldn't have it. How would you know that Wizards knew 3 weeks ago or whatever that that's what they're gonna do? Wow. Post-combat Robber of the Rich. You don't see that all that often. All right, there's our land, which is good. So play the land. Skyclave. Get rid of the Robber of the Rich. Keep beating down. We're winning the race. About it. Halvar's a card that's way better than I thought. Pass the turn. All right, opponent. Let's see what you got. Ooh, another Fervent Champion. They do get better in multiples. About it. Wow, they are staying aggressive. Sure. We will take 4. Down to 14. Yeah, no Sun Titan is kind of a weird miss. Maybe it's coming in Time Spiral Remastered, and that would make more sense. Ooh. Oh, what do we do with this Halvar chat? What do we do with this Halvar? We could just play it as a 4/4. We can put the sword on the dog for a bunch of protection. Yeah, it's probably better as an equipment, I think. Big attack. About it. Blocks. Unblocks. Okay. Sure. Pass the turn. Put it down to 8. Can we close it out? I don't think Armor is that expensive. I think it's like a few bucks, but I don't think it's like stupid expensive yet. It probably will be someday. Although it's not on the reserve list, I don't believe. Alright, opponent has a Bone Crusher, kills the Skyclave, gets back their dork. Well, we'll see. Opponent goes attacking. Sure. Triggers. Rhyme Rock Knight, why not? Yeah. Down to 8. We untap. We draw. Giant Killer. Well, let's equip. Ugh. Go to combat, attack. Opponent. The double Fervent Champion's kind of obnoxious. Opponent's gonna block. Replay Hollow Blade. Go. Yeah, having two of these has been a bit of an issue here. Opponent. Another land. Well, that's the last unknown. Halvar is in equipment form at the moment. Opponent, combat. Attacks. Well, we're gonna kill one. Discard. Giant killer. Go to 6. Untap. Ooh, another land. Well, equip. Go attacking. Opponent blocks. Or not. Takes it. Place Alpha Savior. Pass the turn. Opponent. Untaps. Oh my goodness, this is so close. I mean, I guess if they have Embercleave, we're dead. If that's the card that's hanging out, okay. Rhymerock Knight, sure. Opponent. Really? So it has to block there. What do we do? I mean, I'll take one. Sure. No, what if they have Rhymerock Knight? All right, we'll block. Discard the land. Which isn't doing much anyway. Get rid of the champion. I mean, our opponent's got to chump with Bone Crusher, right? Most likely. I think. All right, another Rhymerock Knight. Well, they definitely have to chump with Bone Crusher now. Go to combat. Attack you. Oh my god. Oh! Who was talking about winning without putting? Oh, we could have won here. Oh my goodness, that's so bad. Go attacking. There might have been lethal. Perhaps. Yeah, this did not go as planned. All right. Yeah, that was a little bit of a punt. Rhymerock Knight, it's like a rapper, I think. Most famous Dwarven rapper. I think that's the backstory. it's the Rhymerock Knight. I mean, we don't lose on board, right? Booted. Thinking. Yeah, we definitely should have won that turn. Little beard. Phone it. Goldspan Dragon. Well, now we probably lose. Because we have to block both of those. Yeah. Ooh, yeah, that punt's going to cost us this game. Ugh, not ideal. I mean, the punt and the top deck, I guess, helped, but should not have been... Yeah, all right. Well, that is A bummer. Alright. Baneslayer in. Glass Caskets in. Go down. Giant Killer. Venerable Knight. Venerable Knight. A Halvar and might have to be another Halvar. Halvar is just a little slow this matchup. Well, we're 1-0 today, which means 18-2 overall. I mean, Baneslayer's not a bad sideboard option. Yeah, you shouldn't have bet them all. You shouldn't have bet them all. That is the the problem with gambling. Looking to build one tier 1 standard deck due to card availability. Do you think Sultai Control is here to stay? What would you suggest to invest in cards? Is a control a viable option? I mean, for the short term, it's hard to go wrong with Eldraine decks. For sure. Like adventure decks. I do think Sultai Control is good. I don't think it's impossible that Yarion could be a potential ban victim in the future. Nix Alonia, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So yeah, I don't think it's impossible that it could be targeted by a banning in the future, but yeah, I think those are both decent decks. The Is a Dragon deck is kind of Eldraine-y, so for the time being, I think it's good. Whether or not it'll obviously not survive rotation in its current form. Alright, well, how many burn spells you got, opponent? Opponent. I'm working on Jeskai Law with Lavinia and Tybalt's Trickery. Ooh, that sounds spicy. Opponent. Alright, burn spell number 2. Well, alright. Luminarchus Pirate. Play a lad. Counter on his pirate. Pass the turn. Opponent. Plays a land. Oh my goodness. Ooh. Oh boy. We're getting Eldraine hard. Yeah, well, I mean, that might be the game. Well, play some 1-drops past the turn. So what's your take on Wizards taking away your turn 1 Blood Moons? I mean, I will miss decks like Mono Red Prison, although I do think Modern's better without fast mana, so opponent has a Torbrand. Well, Skyclave Apparition. Get rid of Torbrand, hit ya. I mean, we're fighting the good fight, but 2-for-1 Central over there. Looking good for our opponent. No bans in Sydney? I don't know what that means. Opponent runs out of Bone Crusher Giant. Passes. Well, play them all. On Skyclave. Hit you for 4. Pass the turn. Getting on Legion Angel would be sweet. Oh, surprised by no bans in Standard? I'm not surprised by no bans in Standard. I would have liked bans in Standard, but I don't think they're, like, necessary. Seriously? Well, yeah. Is Omnath still legal in Pioneer? It is. All right, opponent. Eldraine Central. Goes attacking. Sure. I mean, if there's one thing we know, it's that Eldraine is Busterino. Yeah, I'll pass the turn. The funny thing is, I think this is actually a good matchup, but well, you can't protect against that permanent loses indestructible until undeterred with the dog, unfortunately. It's good protection, but not quite good enough to stop a Soul Seer, apparently. Oh, man. Colin, there was like a million bads. 15 cards were bad today. What do you think the three best standard decks are right now? Well, probably Sultai Yarion. Probably some flavor of Adventure deck. Well, if this ends with Embercleave. I mean, if this ends with Embercleave, then I guess you just gotta tip your hat and say, you know what, I guess we just have to take it. If it ends with Embercleave, you just say, oh, get Elderade. Yeah, alright, sure. So, I mean, Elderade. It exists. Many things were bad today. They were not Elderade though. White Weenie actually just won major SCG event in a mirror finals. Yeah, I think White Weenie's really good. I mean, I think that unfortunately we lost that one. Although probably would have won it otherwise. Sultai Ultimatum is one of the best. Like, I think Sultai Ultimatum is good, but I think it's really bad against aggro decks. Do I watch the whole Crokies versus Strasky? No. One of the things about making content is you don't actually have that much time to watch other people's content. I like Strasky, and I don't really know Crokies that well, but I think I like him to some extent. I don't play Giant Killer, I guess. Thoughts on how much Indestructible is in the format these days? I mean, I think it's because they got rid of regeneration, so this is kind of the replacement. Opponent runs out of Elky. Takes a Skyclave. Sure. Play the land. Play a Spirant. Oh, put it. Hit ya. Hey, from New York, Krotos. How are you? How's life in Brazil? Probably less cold and snowy than it is in U.S. How many hours a week do you estimate you spend on content creation? Oh, geez. I don't know. Typical week? 50, 60? Somewhere in there, maybe? I mean, yeah, I mean, probably like 50 plus in a normal week. And then spoiler season. Whew. Spoiler season is always super busy. Then it ends up being super duper large amount of hours. Well, Shadow Sphere. Build it. Chaos Engineer, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How do we do this? I want this to live. Opponent likely has removal. How do we... What is our best plan here? Ooh. What are we doing here? I mean, I guess... So, when I say that, that includes, like, everything. So it's not like I spend 50 hours a week recording videos, but that's like videos and streams and doing stuff with other people's articles and writing my articles for stuff. So that would kind of encompass everything that I do. The question is, how can we're going to put it here. I want to try to play around Heartless Act as the goal, but we'll see. Like, if we put this here, if they have Heartless Act, we'll see what they got. Getting counters on multiple things lets us play around Heartless Act, essentially. Alright, so they do have the Heartless Act. Well, hit you. Sadly, we're a smidge light on threats at the moment. Drawing lots of lands again. Opponent. Fabled Passage cracks it. Binding. Favorite Modest Mouse album. Yeah, opponent's got the binding. It's either Lonesome Crowded West or Moon in Antarctica. One of those two. Well, play the land. Play a Spirant. Shadow Sphere. Counter on his Pirate. Pass the turn. Yeah, Binding the Old Gods is a really good card. Yeah, those are the two that I consider great Modest Mouse albums. Hard to choose between the two. I go back and forth. Boot it. Plays a land. Oh, that's got to be the extra turn spell. That's not good. And a Yarion. Well, we shall see. Opponent passes. We draw another land. So many lands. Well, phase a saving. Play more lands. Counter on Faceless Haven. Go attacking. Opponent drops to 7. Pass the turn. However, extra turn's bad news for us. Hey, what's up, Diva? How are you? All right, opponent, extra turn, yeah. And goes to combat. Attacks. Untaps. Every time we talk about music with Seth, they have absolutely no idea what genre of bands you're talking about. Yeah, I like a lot of music that no one else listens to. Oh, thank goodness that the Uro is finally gone. Way too long on that one. I don't know why they left it around for as long as they did. Wizards, their pacing is so weird. Like, they fixed the Tibalt Cascade issue really quickly. And then they took like 6 months longer than everyone in the world knew they needed to take to. All right, hard cast the Shark Typhoon. And, boy, are we going to be able to push through these last points of damage? That's another land. That's awkward. One, two, three. Ugh, so many lands, so many lands. Way too many lands. Well, Maul the Skyclave on a Pirate. Go to combat. Counter on his Pirate. Go attacking. Opponent drops to 1, but we know there's a Yarion, there's a Shark Typhoon, which has to mean they have a huge spell in hand. Like, there's no way you cast this unless you have Ultimatum or something similar in hand. Or you're just, like, really questionable decision making. Do you think that Tibalt would be fixed if its counterspell targeted a spell opponent controls? I mean, Tibalt's Trickery, I think, would be fine like that. No protection MDFCs. I don't think you really want tap lands. I mean, you also don't want to draw the amount of lands we've drawn this game. But yeah. Will we see a Legacy stream this week? Probably not. I think most likely is that we play Pioneer tomorrow and then All right, so opponent. Yeah, second Shark Typhoon. Puts a counter on the shark. Yeah, all right, on to game 2. Sure. Oh, lordy, 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 lordy. Disappointing. Bands live already. Bands are like partly, sort of, kind of live. So I think the bands are live, but the Cascade rule change isn't happening until Wednesday. So Modern's still off limits for the time being. But some of the other formats have been updated, I believe. I have no idea what I'll play in Pioneer. I mean, I expect it's going to be a lot of aggro. Alright, we get to play first. That's fine-ish. I mean, our opponent has the sharks that are bigger than what we can get through, so I don't think there's any chance we were gonna win. We were gonna win that game. I think it was pretty close to. I mean, I think it was just literally over, honestly. Well, Hollow Blade, go. How about the World Tree God combo deck with Old Perforos? Yeah, I don't know. Do you think that deck is a thing? Do you think that deck is a thing with Uro being banned? Well, Maul time. Alright, opponent runs out of Heartless Act. Gets it countered. Yorgo about it. And cultivates. Untaps. And we don't have any Wrath protection. This is kind of pretty awkward. Well, I guess we'll play Aspirant. Hit you for 6. Pass the turn. Hey, what's up, Namis J? How are you? Good to see ya. Opponent has Extinction Event. Sure. No creature lands, no boats. Not good. Opponent plays a land. Well, I guess we play Season Hollow Blade. Pass the turn. Oh no! I think we're actually going to lose to Yarion. Yeah, I mean, it's actually super unlikely to lose to Sultai. It is, I think, close to an unwinnable matchup for them, but we'll see how it goes on stream. Belly. Okay. Interesting. I'll play a land. Maul, I guess. Go to combat, hit ya. Down to 9. Yeah, I mean, it is. Sultai is a good matchup, but I don't know if it's going to work out this game. Double Extinction Event, and we just haven't drawn any of our stuff that's good against Ras. Extinction Event number 2 for our about it. Yeah. And thinking. I'm 100% playing Uro this FNM at home with friends in EDH. I think I'll play him 2 weeks in protest. Wait, are you upset that Uro was banned? Oh, jeez. Yeah. Well, I mean, I think this one's over, unfortunately. Well, yeah, I could bet up. No, never mind. Pass the turn. Opponent untaps. Uro's been your favorite card the past... Really? Interesting. Master of Wave combo looks better to Archive and Pioneer. Yeah, I mean, Blue Devotion with Master of Waves combo could work in Pioneer. Opponent, gonna get Yarion. Pass. Oh, gee. Huh. 17 lands. Opponent has Eat to Extinction. Sure. Well, play the land, pass the turn. Opponent adapts. Hard cast the Shark Typhoon. Land 8. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, oh, boy. I really enjoyed playing Uro. Sure. Really enjoyed playing Uro in Brawl. Certainly a different situation, having to face it constantly in Historic. Yeah, in Brawl, interesting. Is like in your 99 or is your commander? Did I miss a subscription? Ooh, I hope not. I can try to check. Chaos Engineer? Did I miss Chaos Engineer? That was like 15 minutes ago. If I did, Chaos Engineer, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, I mean, Uro is your commander still. Still perfectly legal, so that's good news at least. I had a Sultai Snow deck in Modern that was cool. Played Oko when it was legal, then switched to Uro once it was banned. Well, okay. I mean, we got 1-drops. We can play at least one of these Halvars as an equipment. Do you think Kroxa should have been banned in Historic 2? Probably not. Well, yeah. We'll just do this. Usher, make a token, hit ya. Pass the turn. MTG's Ardeen! Welcome to the Fishbowl, and also a gift sub to Jimmins. Thank you for your subscription. Big soup for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, phase of saving. Go to combat. Attack ya. Alright, little taste of Eldraine. Hit ya. Sword of the Realm. Go. Yeah, I think Kroxa's fair enough. Kroxa's like way less powerful than Uro. Like the thing, so the difference is Kroxa does things sometimes. Like if your opponent doesn't have a card in hand, all it really does is give you 3 damage, which isn't much. Uro always does something. Boy, this looks familiar. This looks very... I don't know how these... how both times we played Mono Red, they've just had every Bone Crusher in their opening hand, which is pretty impressive. Well, I mean, compared to Uro, like, Kroxa has 2 abilities. Your opponent discards and maybe takes damage. Uro has 3 abilities. You draw a card, you can make an extra land drop, and you gain 3 life. So even just like reading off the abilities. So even just reading off the abilities, Uro is like clearly way better than Kroxa. Kroxa is still a strong card. It's not that Kroxa's bad, but just Uro is over the top as far as the value it offers. Opponent plays a Bone Crusher. Well, we play a land. We equip the Sword of the Realm. We chop down Bone Crusher. We Halvar you for 12. Yeah. Halvar with the Sword of the Realm. This is what Kaldheim's supposed to be. This is a full flavor combo. Crap! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big scoop here for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Opponent, how do you feel about 12 to the face? Should I submit my deck for Commander Clash in the last video or the article, which gets looked at more? Both get looked at. So either one works equally well. Whatever's more convenient for you. But if you put them in either of those places, people will see them. All right, opponent. Is this a I give up attack? I'm not sure what the plan is here. Okay. You successfully temporarily killed a Halvar. We will. Boy, if we had one more mana, we'd win here. So we can put our opponent to 1? Huh. Let's Giant Killer. Season Hollow Blade. Usher. Go. What do you think the best commander for 5-color Saga EDH would be? I mean, it's hard to go wrong with Golos. Hey, what's up, Edratho the Lord? Good to see you. Welcome. Hug to you as well. Ramos. I mean, Golos is always good because it'll put your enchantments into play. I don't think there's a 5-color commander that specifically is for enchantments. Opponent runs out of Bone Crusher Giant. And passes. Well, play. Tap Bone Crusher. Opponent would have to kill this. And that. Alright. Tap it. Land. Haven. I mean, if they got 2 removal spells, then I guess they survive? And they do not have 2 removal spells. I always enjoy playing aggro when I actually get a chance to. I mean, I like other style of decks too, but aggro always surprises me because whenever I play it, I actually end up really enjoying it. Jingatha would be fine. I mean, Atagatog? Atagatog's my go-to for decks where I don't actually care about casting my commander just because it's funny. So that's always a good option. Alright. Biraju, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big tip for you. Thank you. Just made 5-color tribal deck with Shapeshifter artifact from Kaldheim. Ooh, sweet. Yeah, Tomer loves his tribal deck. It is a cool archetype for sure. Always nice to just punch people with life total with aggro deck now and then. Yeah, once in a while it feels good to actually get people's life total to 0. So what deck are you gonna play first post banning? In Pioneer, in Historic, in Modern, is there anything that you've been like, I really want to do this, but I haven't been able to because of, whatever, Uro, Field of the Dead, Teferi, insert miserable card here. Elves? I feel like Elves could be a good Pioneer deck. Are they giving wildcards for the ban? If you've never been refunded for Uro before, then yes. If you were already refunded when they banned it in Standard, then no. Yeah, let's hold on to Giant Killer. Blue-white control, I can see that. I'm playing a tribal deck in Standard list from Absurd Heroine. Ooh. How's that gone, Darvis Fast? I feel like tribal is a is a sweet idea, and I think it would be like a funny against odds deck. The thing that's awkward is all the lords are rares, so it still costs a ridiculous amount of wild cards. And so it would be something that would be really funny for budget Magic, but it's just way too many rares to get all the lords. Yeah, I feel like if you have Nexus, it probably goes pretty well. If you don't have Nexus, then it might be a little sketchier. Now, Faceless Haven and let's just Hollowblade. Hollowblade's fine. We also have a 3-1. Yorgo about it. Can you still get Irwin packs after the ban? Feels bad if you get more copies after the ban, and now you've lost the mythics. I honestly do not know the answer to that question. Can you still get it in packs? I mean, I guess if there's good news, it's that you're probably not opening Theros Beyond Death packs at this point. I guess maybe if you're playing Historic, it could be worth it, but if you get, okay, so it's like normal duplicate protection. If you get I kind of feel like outside of Limited, they'd have to leave it in. If there was like Theros Beyond Death flashback drafts, you got to be able to open Uro. But outside of Limited, maybe you just get rid of it altogether. Like, what's the upside? We'll just trade them. Here's an idea. Limit the amount of counter spells to a deck to 8 maximum. Are there decks with that many counter spells running around at the moment? I guess like the Is It Dragon deck has quite a few, but wow, it just runs out Bone Crusher. So many Faceless Havens. Well, yeah. Snag the Bone Crusher. The Big Bear! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Opponent. Yeah, getting rid of Mystic Sanctuary is definitely a good deal. Opponent. Hey, guess what? Eldraine! Opponent gets and hits us. Well, we will play Glass Casket. Get rid of the 3/3. Play Faceless Haven. Pass the turn. Really wish Faceless Haven was an uncommon. About it. Combat. Oh, do we have to be concerned about Embercleave? Like, is that a thing? Should we, like, not cast this? Yeah, lands are interesting. For Wizard, they're one of the best way to sell packs. But for players, it would definitely be better to have them be lower rarity. I mean, I guess if we lose to Embercleave, we lose to Embercleave. Alright. Not dying to Embercleave, so that's good. Well, opponent, Charger. Well, Legion Angel. A little bit awkward that we've drawn 3 Faceless Havens and only 1 real land. Opponent. Jeez. That is precisely what we didn't want off the top there. Well, play a land, play a Legion Angel. Get another one. Giant Killer. Pass the turn. Opponent. What do you got? Combat attacks. Well, yeah, block, block, opponent pumps. What are we talking about? Magic News this stream. What do you think the Innistrad leaks? Not much. I don't know. Like, I don't feel like we learned a ton. Oh my goodness, they keep drawing them. So many Bone Crushers off the top of the deck. Well, Legion Angel. Get another one. Usher of the Fallen. Pass the turn. Opponent untaps. No, they weren't like leaks of cards. It was just like a picture of packaging. And you could kind of guess, like, oh, like that looks like Olivia Voldaren, maybe, or stuff like that. But there wasn't, I don't know, nothing that I think really gave away too much that would be surprising. It was mostly what you'd expect for Innistrad. Like, oh, that looks like Arlencord, or oh, that looks like Olivia Voldaren. So the return of classic, jeez, all right, well, block and block. Legion Angel, running out of Legion Angels. Glass Casket. Get rid of Bone Crusher. Pass the turn. Opponent. Innistrad is this fall. There's two Innistrad sets coming in the fall. One vampire theme and one werewolf theme. Like that's official information that Wizards already gave out. But then there were, I don't even know how there's product shots. That's the other thing to keep in mind is like, I don't know how there's already product shots out from Innistrad. So could it be that they're, I don't know, not actually, I don't know. Could they be mock-ups or something? I guess maybe they're, I guess it's only what, 6-8 months away? Come on now. Come on now. Holy cards off the top. Now, Usher of the Fallen. Maul the Skyclave. On the Usher of the Fallen. Opponent. Yeah, it does seem very early to me, but... Alright, plays a land. Okay, so that's... The land is lethal. Holy string of cards in a row. Alright. I don't know. Still... I still think Standard would be better without Eldraine. I still really would love to see more rotations a year. I think that's the solution to a lot of Standards problems. Like, stop printing the stuff that's obviously broken, like Omnass. Our opponent's thing deals 3 damage when it dies. Quantum! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup to you for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, yeah, it is kind of funny, because at the time, Wizards was like, yeah, Eldraine is the power level you should expect going forward. And now, like, the 20th best card in Eldraine is the best card in Standard by a long shot. Play the land. Season Hollowblade. Go. Well, let's see how many Bone Crushers they drew this game. Opponent. Fervent Champion. Goes to combat. Attacks. Well, we will block and discard a Usher of the Fallen. Actually, you know what? Let's discard Season Hollowblade. Kill it. Untap. Ooh, Baneslayer if we get to it. Luminarchus Pirate. Usher of the Fallen. Counter on Usher of the Fallen. No attacks. Pass the turn. I like where we're at. I like where we're at. Apocalypse, an opponent does not like where we're at. Scoops it up. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, oh, chat. What do you think? What do you think? Should we keep mono whiting, or do you want to try the really janky god deck and see if it's possible that it happens once? Hey, good game, Blue Blue. Oh, all right. Well, the quest for Mythic, I guess, will remain. It will probably get much harder, actually, as a result. But Mythic isn't that important. All right, quick reminder: our sponsor today is Card Kingdom, and if you need some Magic cards, you can get them over at cardkingdom.com. So thank you to Card Kingdom for supporting the stream today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The thing I've heard about Mythic is if you get to Mythic, that's actually like the best and most diverse place to play. So as far as like streams or content, that it's actually like the ideal place to be for that, because once you get to Mythic, there's no motivation to just like play Yarion 5 times out of every 6 rounds or whatever. So that's my motivation for wanting to go to Mythic. Is it seems like that's like the ideal place to get interesting matches, but so this is the deck someone played online. Basically, what's this deck tried to do? Has I think literally every single god in standard. Most of them do not do anything relevant. And the hope is that we can use a bunch of Wrath, Noob Scars, Storm's Wrath, use some removal like Fire Prophecy to get a World Tree, which we can find with like the Leia's Intervention on the battlefield, and then win the game by putting a ton of gods into play. So that's the goal. I'm not even sure, like, the thing I'm wondering about this deck is, even if we do that, does like Heliod turn on? 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, I don't even know if we have. Like, even if we get every single god in our deck, I'm not sure that Heliod will be a creature. that might be an issue, but well, we'll see. We'll see. It could actually work. You never know. Yeah. Once you go up a rank, you can no longer fall out of a rank. Well, Yarion's too if it's on the battlefield, but that doesn't come on the battlefield from World Tree activation. Why did Elvish Champion just jump in price? And that's basically it. So I think the hope is, we hope that we don't draw gods. Instead, we hope that the gods stay in our deck, and that we draw a bunch of Raz and Ramp and a World Tree, and now we get all the gods at once. Drawing gods, not ideal, but let's give it a try. Why not? Let's give it a try. Sideboard, basically a little bit of rogue stuff, a little bit more removal. Roiling Vortex for, I have no idea why Roiling Vortex is in the sideboard, but it is. Yeah, let's give it a shot. So Elvish Champion was part of the Lithial, or it's associated with Kaldheim, essentially. Like, the Kaldheim Commander Precon is an elf deck, so a lot of elf cards have been getting bought out and spiking because people are building elves. This deck are building elves in Commander. Oh boy. Alright, well, that's a World Tree. Go. Oh boy, Robber the Rich. Alright. Let's wager some play points. I learned how to do it. Alright. Hang on. Oh no, how do I... Oh no, I cannot just make a prediction? Oh, that's awkward. Alright. Well, I wanted to do a prediction of whether or not we'd actually resolve a spell this game, but I wasn't going to ask you if we'd win. I was going to ask you if we'd resolve a spell. But then I guess we also drew Cultivate, so that would have shifted the odds. I don't know why it won't let me just add one. That's awkward. I can choose will I win this round, but for some reason I can't type a new one in. Turgrid. Well, okay. Cultivate. Get a couple of mountains. Pass the turn. I mean, if we don't get Embercleave to death, we can theoretically Wrath. Opponent. Yeah, stealing bunches of good cards. 6, 7, 8, 9. So I guess we're not literally dead to Embercleave. That's good news. Alright, there's Embercleave. Don't you think it's pretty ignorant of Wizards to announce Uro being banned in 3 formats of the same week they announce a secret lair with the alt Uro? I mean... Alright, we're at 4. The board is swept for the time being. Our mana's going to become good next turn, so we can play Perforos and then look out opponent. Look out opponent. Well, we will play this. We will play Klothys to gain some life. We will Banishing Light to get rid of your Embercleave for now. I think that's what Wizards had to do. So my thinking on the Secret Lair thing is the Secret Lair was likely determined a while ago. Like, they had to get the custom art made. So I'm assuming that they had that determined for a long time. And I feel like, given that, all right, play Egon. Yarion? Save us, Egon. You're our only hope. But given that they likely already had it designed and it was going for sale and there was nothing they could do about it, I feel like Wizards telling people so they could avoid buying it if they chose to is definitely better than the opposite. Well, I mean, wait, Klothys becomes a creature when you die? Yeah. I guess we'll bring in Glass Casket. People are really playing Roiling Vortex because they think it's good against Sultai Ultimatum. Yeah, okay. I guess I could kind of see it if you're playing like mono red, maybe, because you can actually pressure your opponent enough that 5 damage will matter. But in this deck, I imagine we play it and our opponent's like, take 10, ultimate, whatever. Vorinclex plus Tibalt ultimate, and just like, okay, 10 damage, sure, whatever. I mean, 10 damage is great if your opponent's at 9. Not so great if your opponent's at 20, though. Nylea's Intervention, probably not a card we want in our deck. I'm guessing we just can't cut gods, no matter how. I mean, that's the whole point, right? So I think our rule should be we can't cut any gods during sideboarding, because the entire idea of this deck is to put them all into play at once. All right. Yeah, right like that. The bans are live on MTGA. This deck is definitely God tier. Ye old one lander, eh? Yeah, mulligan. Well, we found our world tree, and these are gods that we can actually cast at least. So that's a step. This is actually a creature that can block. So a step in the right direction, god wise. Put you to the bottom. World tree, go. bans are live on Moto, except the Cascade rule is not changing until Wednesday. So Pioneer should be set. Modern, I'd wait till after Wednesday, because I expect you're still going to get cascaded into Tibalt a huge percentage of the time. Jaguar in Machu Picchu, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscriptions. Big scoop cheer for our resubscriber, a new subscriber. Hey, happy family day to you as well. Call your mother, she worries. Oh yes. Well, technically it's my birthday, so my mother already called me today to tell me happy birthday. I think we go bottom. Alright. Cultivate's not the worst. I'll play this on green. Cultivate. Get white. Get blue. Wait, no blue? No blue? How am I ever going to cast my Thassa? Who built this deck? You have 35 lands and you can't afford a single island, eh? We have like 20 basics in here. Okay. Interesting. Well, then I guess we go white. Go. It actually technically seriously is my birthday. 21. Gonna go out drinking tonight for the first time ever. Actually, I don't really drink at all anyway, but boat it. Hey, thank you, everyone. Goes attacking. I mean, I think this isn't against odds deck. I don't think it's a garbage deck, but I think it's a deck where the goal is to do something really sweet, but that sweet thing is not likely to happen super consistently. So I think that's what it is. That's what I would consider it. Like, if we ever get to pull off the combo, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be so sweet. So yeah, we might have to lose a little bit along the way, but once we get there and achieve it, it's going to be spectacular. Raul, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. I mean, I wasn't technically born with a beard, but I will say I could always grow a good beard. We will put uncastable Thassa. How do we survive this? Yeah, put it to the bottom. Take one. All right, let's find a Wrath. I think we need to find a Wrath like now-ish. Okay, Doomscar, that counts. Yeah, down to 14. Opponent hits us down to 11. Well, we get to play the land. We get to Doomscar. Clear the board for now past the turn. All right, we're doing it. Oh my goodness, huge donation. Oh, McGarry, $100 donation. Thank you so much. Hey Seth, I previously ranted about how one of my favorite formats has been ruined after Theros Beyond Death. Pioneer had been ruined after Theros Beyond Death. Is the banning of the most irritating creature of all time enough to restore brewing fun? If not, what else should go? I'm actually really hyped about Pioneer. I really truly am super hyped about where Pioneer is. I mean, this is greedy, but we need several turns to win. So I think we're going to need the card advantage of this tome. Gaining 4 life means we don't die immediately, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we still need 4 more lands. Like, we need a lot more time to pull this off. Soulstar in Ryu Planeswalker. Oh, God, double frostbite. And Ryu Planeswalker, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Opponent goes combat, attacks. Gets a treasure. Sacks the treasure. Oh, is this just Embercleave? It's probably just Embercleave. It's always just Embercleave. Sure. Yeah, Mono Red Prison's gonna be tough with Simian Spirit Guide gone. It is a really, really important card to that deck. Could some version of it maybe still stick around or survive? maybe, but it's going to be much less explosive. Like, the power of Mono Red Prison is the power of Mono Red Prison is you can cast something massive. You can cast a Blood Moon on turn one, and that tends to be missing. So Mikiri, oh, we got another donation. Chuck the Yak, $21. Happy birthday. You should have claimed to be 83. Oh, I missed out. Thank you. Thank you so much for the birthday donation. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I think the Pioneer is probably going to be in a good place. Of course, like, the thing is, when I say it's going to be a good place, does that mean it's going to be in a good place for the next year or 5 years? Not necessarily, but I think pretty much everything that looks problematic at the moment is out of the format. Like, maybe they should have just banned Omnath to be safe, but maybe getting rid of Uro and getting rid of Teferi will power it down enough. So I think that Pioneer is probably going to be in a good place. And I'm planning on playing Pioneer on tomorrow's afternoon stream. I don't know what we're playing yet, because I haven't really been building Pioneer decks too much. But we'll definitely play some Pioneer and check out the format tomorrow. Assuming, fingers crossed, that the events fire. As long as I think people are going to be hyped for it. And a lot of people will be playing it, so we should be good. Thank you so much for the donation, by the way. And thank you again, McCary, for the birthday donation. I appreciate it. All right, Gilded Goose. All right, Burgee. Being able to play Burgee's backside actually seems kind of sweet. Yeah, let's just Tome. Tome, go. Opponent. Any plans to celebrate? I don't think I'm doing anything super crazy today. It's still, everything is still just pandemic-y, and we're supposed to be getting, like, a ridiculous, has it started snowing yet? I don't think it's snowing yet, but we're supposed to get, like, a ridiculous snowstorm starting about when the stream ends and going through tomorrow, getting, like, 15 inches of snow or something. So I don't think I'm going to go do anything tonight. I did a bit of celebrating over the weekend. Oh, also I managed to all right, let's cultivate. I also managed to get an appointment to get my COVID vaccine. So I'm kind of hyped about that too. They just opened it up in New York. So but there's been like it has not been easy to get appointments, so it's not until like the end of March, but that was the soonest time available that I qualified for or whatever. But so I'm kind of excited about that. Yeah, rating people that don't have a lot of viewers is always a lot of fun. -24 in KC. To get the like COVID vaccine. Oh, awesome, Mike. Down to 19. Well, let's scry. At least it's not super cold here. Yeah, I did see some of the Texas stuff. Ridiculous. Texas does not usually get snow like that, I don't think. Like, what is our pathway to victory? So we can kill the 1/1. We can kill the 1/1 and draw a card, I guess. I feel like we're just always like trying to find a Wrath. We could play Burgee, but Burgee doesn't do anything. Just ramp and take 5/6. All right. I'm fine with that. Well, our mana's going to be good now, so get a couple lands in play. I guess we gain back some with Maze Mindstone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're not super far away. How often does Texas get snow and cold like that? If you're 83, you already received it. No, not actually 83 or 21. Do we know when Time Spiral Remastered spoilers start? I would guess either next Monday or the following Monday as far as actual spoiler season, but I haven't actually. Seen confirmation of an official date yet. Yeah, I mean, our country hasn't been doing amazingly well getting vaccines out, but it's I think it's been improving. So yeah, it just opened up for more people, I think, over the weekend in New York. So yeah, Time Spiral and then Strixhaven, the sets just keep flowing. Play this. Play this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, we need like a couple more turns. 10 is just so much. It's so much mana. Yeah, I saw the Innistrad packaging link. I mean, the one like collector's booster pack looks sweet. It was all like prismatic and almost like it was just like the shiniest, brightest booster pack I've ever seen. Which actually looked really cool for some reason in a weird, surprising, different sort of way. Otherwise, we haven't really. It's not like you can learn that much from the packaging. Oh dear. All right, so we need to hit a Wrath. We need to hit literally a Wrath, and we need to hit it like this. Oh. Well, that's sort of a Wrath. Does not get rid of the Love Struck Beast, but it's a start. It's a start. DW Disnake handing out a bunch of gift subs to Sykes and Ceruis and a real Samuel. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I think the question is going to be, does our opponent have a 1-1? Opponent hits us. I mean, I guess we can gain some life with Maze Mind's Tome. So opponent passes. Oh. Oh, Storm's Wrath. Storm's Wrath. Pathway. Oh my goodness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, we're close. We're close. The gods might be coming. It might happen. Oh, it might actually be happening. Saga Storm's Wrath was pretty helpful. Yeah, it's not that cold here by upstate New York winter standards. Huh. Well, okay. Migration's Path. This might happen. This might actually be happening. Land. Get Yarion. Pass the turn. Oh, please no Questing Beast. Questing Beast ruins it. Anything but Questing Beast. About it. Oh, I guess another Gem Razor. Wow. Ten mana is just, it wasn't a Questing Beast. No, we get to gain 4. We get to gain 4 with Maze Mind's Tome. So the gain 4 would keep us alive, but I mean, I guess if we're gonna get hasted out, it might as well be to Vorinclex, which at least is a sweet card. Ugh. Well, we did ask for no Questing Beast. Are there any Fogs in Standard? There are, but they cost like 4 mana, and both Questing Beast and Bone Crusher stop them, and Bone Crusher's in like 50% of decks, and Questing Beast isn't a lot too, so... So yeah, they're not very good, but there are a couple that exist. Oh, all right. Will we see all the gods before this stream ends? I think that is a new question. Are Ren and 6 on Innistrad? Like, I know people were talking about it based on the packaging, but is it actually... Do you think that's actually what it was? I mean, I don't think... So, Migration's Path, I think, is necessary because it's +2 mana. Altar of the Pantheon dies to, like, binding the old gods and so forth, and it's only +1 mana. And as we saw there, like, 1 extra mana is a huge deal when you're trying to get to 11 mana on the battlefield. A fast rebuild. How would you rebuild a Darlord? I mean, I think this deck's just I mean, it's how would you rebuild it to make it better? Like, I think it's just like getting to 11 mana is not easy in a format that where either everyone's playing aggro or the decks that are not aggro are decks that the decks that are not aggro are decks that have like Emergent Ultimatum to win the game. So I'm not sure. All right, Lovestruck Beast. So I'm not sure that like any amount of rebuilding would actually make it super easy to pull off. I mean, I think it'll happen. We just need to get the right combination of for a one game, the right combination of being able to ramp a bunch and hit the sweepers to keep the board clear. And it might, I mean, it could happen now. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have a Migration's Path at 7, 8. We have these Storm's Wraths. I can see it happening this game. I can see it happening. The thing about Ugin is, then you're just an Ugin deck. I mean, I don't know. Would Ugin make the deck better? Yes. But would you just win with Ugin and never actually do the god thing? Probably. I mean, you don't play one copy of literally every single god legal and standard, and then sideboard them out for Ugins or whatever. Like, if you're gonna do that, you might as well just play the Teamer Ultimatum deck or something, and forget about the gods. Like, this isn't a deck you play because you think it's the most optimal option, for sure. You play it because you're trying to do something really cool. And I'm actually feeling kind of good about doing something cool this game. Assuming there's no random land destruction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're close. And we got 2 Wraths in hand. This might be it. This might be the god time. This might actually be the god time. Yeah, this is the deck that's trying to put all the gods into play with World Tree. Well, Storm's Wrath. Valakut Awakening. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The magic number is 11. The magic number is 11. That's the number we're trying to get to. You pulled off the combo kill? Ooh, awesome, Dirthash. Yeah, I mean, I think if you ramp enough, you can probably do it. Opponent runs out Lovestruck Beast. And only 3 cards in hand. Oh, one more like Migration's Path or Cultivate and we're there. It's so close. It's so close. Buddy Halvar. Well, Migration Path. Get a couple more lads. Doesn't matter which ones. Play a land. Get a Yarion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 more land, potentially 2 more turns. And we actually got it. I mean, I bet we'll try some version of the Infinite Mill combo at some point. I think it's unlikely to be today, but I think it's possible it happens at some point for sure. Oh my god, that's a land. That's a land. We just have to not die this turn. Storm's Wrath. Yarion. Snow-covered forest. We can't die here, right? We're at 15. Their Lovestruck Bees can't attack. There's no way. Even a Voraclex isn't gonna do it. This is very memer dreamy. Was not one of the arena deckless dump decks, but still, it is very memer dreamy. Oh, put it. Plays a lad. Grows the dorks. Or foretells something. Alright, well. Pass the turn. About it. Plays a lad. Battle Mammoth. I think we can top that. I have hope. Sure. Opponent. Well, surprise. I think we got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. How many of them will actually be creatures? Pona sees them at the battlefield, and they were out of there. As soon as they saw it, they were just like, no, nope, we are not beating that. Oh no, are their gods missing? All right, we'll have to check. I assume that every god was in there, but maybe not everyone is. We'll check after this game. Because if we're not getting every god, then we're not really achieving the goal. Changelings, I don't think changelings have to count. I'm willing to give them a pass. Kind of like how we don't have to play Planeswalker deck Planeswalkers and Planeswalker Tribal. I don't think we have to play changelings. Alright, play this on green, pass the turn. I mean, this hand has some removal, which is nice. Are we really missing god? Okay, we'll look at it. Well, I guess it's not every god. I guess it's all the gods in the color. But why is there like Thassa? Is this just a random assortment of gods? So you're saying this isn't as much of a meme as it could be, and that we need to go back to the drawing board and start over. That's what I'm hearing. I think we gotta... So that last win doesn't actually really count, technically. Gonna miss Uro. Yeah, I've heard a couple of people say that. I think the general mood has been celebration as far as the bannings, but I have heard a couple people say things like that. All right, a little bit slower start this game. Pass the turn. I am thrilled that it's gonna be gone. All right, well, we'll check the gods after this game. Like Perforos plus any number of gods. Yeah, but Perforos doesn't exist in Standard, unfortunately. There's no auto win god in Standard, I don't believe. I mean, you can do an NSEP and then try to attack with it. You could try it in like Pioneer with Perforos. Although I wonder, the weird thing about cards like Uro is getting rid of it, I think, is 100% necessary and correct. But it also does occasionally, oh boy, this isn't good. It also does occasionally hurt decks that you don't necessarily want to hurt. Like you're trying to put all the gods into play, or all the Perforoses into play with World Tree deck. Because then you're losing one of the best cards that lets you stabilize. Oh boy, I think we got to hit the 1/1 and hope that they don't have more. Now play the land. Go. About it. Adapts. Plays a land. Well, if we add more blue gods, we definitely got to hit an island. Because whoever... Okay. Yeah, we're just dead. Even if we hit Doomscar, we can't cast it. So, all right, let's add the rest of the gods, and we'll give it one more try. We'll give it one more try. Can we achieve the dream? Well, that was not bad. We achieved the dream without all the cards. All right, God. Which ones are missing? Demigods don't count. In. Casima's not. Elrond's not. Wait, no Velki? How do you not have Velki? Velki's like the cheapest of the gods. Oh my god, there's so many gods missing. No Erebos? Got it. Technically not a god. Aetherios, got it. All right, so now we have maxed out our gods. I don't think we're gonna add shapeshifters. I don't think we have to play shapeshifters. So every god is in the deck. We need to add blue mana. We need island. So add snow-covered island. 2 islands. And I guess that's it. Wastazu! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. 83 card Yorion. Like, what else would we even cut? Is there anything else that ramps fast? I think we got it all, right? I mean, Bone Crusher Giant, but... Yeah, Redain's in here somewhere. Redain was in the original build. How many lands do we have now? 32. But then we also have, 36? Alright. Let's do it. 83 card Yorion ultimate meme. Can we pull it off once? Why not Blood on the Snow? It could be worth including. Solemn's fine. Solemn would be good. There's nothing else that double ramps, though, right? Beanstalk Giant, Solemn, Wolf Willow. But those are all just +1 mana. I think we really want cards that are like +2. Oh, boy. Oh, there's no swamps in this deck either, are there? That's awkward. Well, okay. Well, once we get to 6 mana, we'll be good. Sigrid? Yeah, I think Sigrid is the opposite. Sigrid... Oh no, is this mono? Sigrid hates on gods rather than being a god. Oh yeah, this one. Well, I guess we need to draw red mana real quick. Well, white mana could also work. Play this. Doomscar. Go. About it. Favored by the gods, but that's not the same as being a god. I don't think. I mean, if it doesn't come into play with World Tree, then it's definitely not a god. Opponent. Robber the Rich. Please don't take anything good. Double pumps. Yeah. Steals a land. Well, alright. Well, Doomscar. 3 mana Wrath. Gonna keep us alive for a minute. Pass the turn. Okay. Things are coming together. We might not lose now. Opponent plays a land. And... because we're going to be able to Migrations Path and turn on World Tree, and then we can cast things. Not good things, but they're things. We're going to be able to cast things. Runs out Bone Crusher, sure. Well, Mountain. Migrations Path. Whatever. Mana's perfect. 6 lands. We need 11. I mean, I guess we can play Tybalt. We can play Tybalt, maybe. That might be worth it. Thankfully, they don't have Embercleave mana yet. They only got 3 lands, so we're not dead yet. Ooh, Annex. Huh. So if we sweep the board, they get 3 1/1s. But if we don't sweep the board, we die to everything? Ugh. Can Erebos save us? I feel like if we exile Bone Crusher, aren't we just going to die to Annex still? I feel like if we exile something, it's got to be Annex to get rid of the token production. And then maybe Storm's Wrath can save us next turn? Well, get rid of Annex. We're dead to any bird spell, dead to any haste creature. No Bone Crushers. Haste creature. Oof. Mono red. Yeah, dead to like 50% of their deck. The problem with Wrath is that they would leave behind 3 1/1s. So we were just dead to everything anyway. Because of the Annex. So I feel like we needed to get lucky, basically. We needed to get rid of the Annex. We need to be able to get rid of the Annex. And then... oh, boy. It's becoming harder and harder. You know what? Boom. 84 cards. Today's been rough. I mean, we're playing a deck that is not designed to win. I mean, it wants to win, but it's a deck it's going to win a very low percentage of the time. But hopefully, the time when it does do its thing is going to make up for all those losses. That's the hope. Is when you get to put every god into play at once, that is going to make up for getting crushed a bunch of times. Now need to ban Soul Warden in Historic. Also, goblins are splashing white only for her. Why are goblins splashing for Soul Sister? Hey, what's up, General Chow? How are you? That's a weird thing to splash for. Yeah, I mean, I've seen Splash Blue for Embercleave. But, well, there goes the Storm's Wrath. But yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that before. That's interesting. Well, land. I mean, we get to Doomscar next turn. Hopefully there's no Annex. Annex would be annoying. You think Extinction Event is better than Storm's Wrath? I don't know. I think the upside of Storm's Wrath is... I think the upside of Storm's Wrath is that it hits creatures. Or it hits planeswalkers. I could see Blood on the Snow being worth considering. Because that also can hit planeswalkers. An Extinction Event is a little 50-50-ish as to whether it's going to actually clear everything or not. I feel like this deck, maybe it just needs more Wraths, but when you have, like, all the One of Gods, there's just only so much room for everything else. Glimflinning, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. Opponent goes in combat, attacks. Steals a land, steals a Fire Prophecy. Yeah. No blocks. Down to 10. About it. Huh? Doomscar is not bad. Scry. Well, maybe we keep that. All right, keep the Doomscar. Exile Cassima. Yeah, I mean, I could see trying Extinction Event. Dooms. Oh, wait. Why is... Oh, I see. Alright, go to our main phase. Doomscar. Sweep the board. World Tree. Pass the turn. Come on, ramp. Ramp. With the printing of new snow cards, could you please revisit Merit Lage's Slumber in Modern? Thanks in advance. Well, that could be a fun one to try again. I mean, Modern's going to be interesting with all the banning, so I'm down for trying that again at some point. All right, opponent has a Torbrand. To the bottom. Scry. Could use a land. Turgrid to the bottom. Ooh. Alright. Cultivate. Land. Put one into play. Put another one into play. Get back Cassima. Foretell. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're close. We're getting close. About it. Hopefully they just run out some stuff and then we can Wrath. That would be the best. We do get to gain life with Maze Mind's Tome. There's a chance. I mean, we got the Sweeper to answer Torbrand. I think hitting lands is the most important because we already have one more answer. Embereth Paladin attacks. Well, I'll block. Ooh, that's interesting. Well, Doomscar. Kill Torbrand. Play Halvar. Snow-covered mountain. Go. Halvar can block the Faceless Haven. Yeah, the land is the essential part here. We're getting so close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We need one more land in like 2 more turns. And the gods will come. Opponent, okay, just runs out of Bone Crusher. Sure. That's fine. We will draw a card. Go to 14. Is it a land? Nylea. Okay. Okay. Oh, it's tap though. Well, get Yarion. Play Yarion. World Tree. All right. Untap land, please. Untap land, please. No attacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean, worst case, we can do it in 2 turns. Opponent Bone Crushes our face. Plays a land. I feel like this line lets us play around Embercleave better. Block. Like, next turn we can run out Burgie to have another chump blocker. Alright, so we kill the Bone Crusher. We take 1. I think we're going to make it. We play Valakut Awakening. We play Burgie as a chump blocker. We play Nylea. We had a mana. We play Erebos. We add a mana. We foretell. That's what we got. Don't kill us. Don't kill us, opponent. Give us one more turn. About it. Land. I mean, we're not dead to Faceless Haven, right? It's 3 to equip. And then we stay alive. Bring it. Bring it, Faceless Haven. We take a bunch. We lose the Virgie. No. No to Erebos. Stop on our upkeep so we can't... Well, okay. Never mind. Didn't stop on our upkeep. World Tree. Activate. Here they come. 1, 2. Here it is. We achieved it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's the same number as we got last time. All right. Oh, got him. Yeah, we did play a bunch from hand. Okay, can we actually win a match? That's a whole nother question. Probably not, but you never know. Whew. I mean, that was sweet. That was sweet. I think that's about as good as it gets. We got oh, after that, so reminders, everyone. Tomorrow's stream, afternoon stream. We're trying the double afternoon stream this week. So tomorrow's stream, same time as today's stream. Also, podcast. Full hour of BNR discussion. Going up as soon as our stream ends today, so. About it. Lad, Ed. Fervent Champion. Sure. Azeka's kind of funny. Just playing Azeka on the backside is kind of cute. Spinning a random gods. Opponent gets and hits us. Sure. I'll play the land. Pass it. Is that even good? That doesn't stop. We're not casting the Gods Off World Tree. Yeah, on Mondays I record the podcast, and then as soon as it ends, as soon as the stream ends, I upload the podcast. So the podcast will be going up in about Bone Crusher. The podcast will be going up in like a half hour once we finish the stream. Well, that's not the worst. Land. Go. Get pinged. I mean, I guess this Rolling Vortex is probably just going to kill us since we can't get rid of it. Yeah, the 1 damage a turn is relevant against our deck for sure. Well, kill your Bone Crusher. Draw Kasima. Get pinged. Land on white. Migration path. Red, white. Go. Vortex slaps control decks around, especially with Torbrand. Yeah, it does seem really good with Torbrand. Opponent has an Annex. Land? Sort of. I don't play this tapped. Kasima. Yarion. Go. Ooh, are we going to get cleaved? Yeah, having swamps would probably be helpful. The initial deck didn't even have any islands, so we took a step in the right direction. But still no swamp. Yeah, the cast takes a bit to edit. Niachik, no, opponent. No. That's not how the legend rule works. Oh, maybe they just wanted 1/1s. I guess we should leave it out. Oh, we still don't have black mana. That's awkward. That's super awkward. Maze Mind Tome. Draw a card. Ooh, this mana base. Yeah. Dilsharist, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Torbrand. Death. All right. We'll give it. Can we get it? Okay, we can get it in another game. I mean, our rank is decreasing, but the number of gods we've put on the battlefield is increasing. And that's an important thing. We will add the swamp. We'll add the swamp and we'll give it one more shot. Can we beat 13 gods? Can we get any gods on the battlefield? That is the question. All right. One swamp, I guess, is probably all we're going to go with. All right. Here we go. What about more mana gods? Hey, thank you, Fililio. Yeah, so I think the question is, I think Asika could be good, but we also really don't have any creatures, and most decks have removal. Or we don't really have, I mean, I guess we have some other random gods. Maybe it'd be fine. My assumption would be Azika would just die constantly, but maybe it's fine that it would die constantly. Tap land, go. I mean, at least we have the World Tree this game. That's a start. We have Aetherios, because look out. Oh, 2 World Trees. Oh, Maze Mind Stone. LOO, failed WTF for the 11th month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Almost 1 year on the BNR announcement. Sorry that Simeon Spirit Guide Band means Servo and Blood Moon has to die for this, for more degenerate deck sids. Yeah, I'm surprisingly okay with it. Like, I think it's probably better for Modern to have Simeon Spirit Guide Band. It makes me sad because it does hit on, like, one of my all-time favorite decks to play. So personally, it does make me sad. However, I got the combo. Oh, yeah, we probably just got to discard Aetherios, I guess. Although Aetherios with our other random gods is kind of cool. You know what? Let's be super greedy and discard Doomscar and Scry. Doomscar to the bottom. Untap. Fabled Passage. Crag Fabled Passage. Grab a Mountain. Toralf. Go. Alright, we got a creature. We got a god. Opponent, land, N. Murderous Rider. Well, we will scry. Erebos to the bottom. You should be able to put all your gods into play from the graveyard with World Tree 2, I think. I would say. Well, play this, get Yari on. Go. Boot it. That's not ideal. Opponent takes up Liliana. Well, now we have to discard Aetherios. Whew. Now, cultivate. Get 2 lands. Play a land. Cultivate. This is some good ramping. Is it going to be enough? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Maybe? Maybe it's possible? Is it possible? It might be. Is there time to submit Decks for Commander Clash, maybe the 5th season will be my lucky shot. Yes! Oh, I forgot to mention that. We're doing a viewer submitted week of Commander Clash. And if you would like your deck considered for the viewer submitted week of Commander Clash, you should get it in by Wednesday at the latest. Either in the YouTube comments or the comments on the site. Either one. Not sure how we're going to beat Liliana Ultimate. That is definitely an issue. This discard is pretty good at keeping us from doing our thing. Opponent, yeah. Mills, mills, mills. Passes. Oh, play the land. Play Yarion. Blink the toe. Play Erebos. Go. I heard Trickery got banned not due to power, but because it was so bad to play against. Basically, they basically said that the win rate so far has not been oppressive or over the top, but that the play pattern is, I mean, it's very coin flippy. Just like, hey, you either got it or you don't, and the game's over. So yeah, I think it was mostly banned because the play pattern is so poor. Well, might as well take 2 rather than 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we need, like, Migration Path? Doomscar? Nope. That's not Migration Path. It's us. Huh. Land, at least. Well, Tybalt. Tick it up. Oh, still no lands. Oh, yeah, I don't know why it's not legendary either. It seems like it should be. Opponent. Well, now this Liliana Ultimate kills us ridiculously quickly. And we whiffed on lands. Alright, Kroxa part 20. Sure. And yeah, ultimates. Start stealing our gods. Yeah. Well, we got close. Close, but not quite enough. I mean, in general, I agree with the thinking that legendary lands are not fun. Like, I think in general that's true. At the same time, I also think there should be exceptions. And I think that World Tree would be a good exception. Like, flavor-wise, I feel like it's just necessary. I also wonder, like, what they're going to do about lands that need to be legendary for power level purposes. Like, what are they going to do about that? Obviously, like, easy example, Eye of Ugin. I mean, Eye of Ugin, I guess, is broken in a bunch of different ways. But is there any way of staying alive? Is there any way? So we need 2 lands, and we need to live. Let's think about this. Let's think about this. So we play this land. We can Banishing Light. Get rid of Kroxa. Comes back. We go to 13. We can Tybalt. tick it up.
Let's play a little game.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. All right. Pass the turn. We need one untap land. One untap land and we pull it off. And we need to survive this turn, obviously. Opponent tap land. We do have some removal we can cast, though. We can cast 2 removal spells. We can scry for the land. It might be happening. Opponent. Cast. Okay. Casting Murderous Rider is the best we could hope for. Well, we will stomp a 2/2. Yeah. Hits Tybalt to 3. Opponent. What are you getting back? What are you getting back? Do we hit the land? Opponent. I really want Tybalt to help us hit the lands if necessary. All right, so opponent's going to get Toralf. Sure. We will Mauling Toralf. We will scry. I think we got a shot. I think this might be happening. It's a land! It's a land! Okay. Okay. The dream's alive. The dream's alive. Found it. Sure. Coins it. We untap. Go to our main phase. We play an island. We activate World Tree. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Do we break the record? How is it always 13? Every time. Every time it's 13. We can never get more than that. All right, well. I guess this should still be decent. Still not bad. Not bad, I would say. Opponent does a little blocking. And, nice! Somehow it's only 13 every time, though. We wanted to break the record, not just tie the record. I'm surprised that worked. Our opponent has so many Croxes. I do not know how we overcame that, honestly. All right, well, I mean, 13 is the number to beat. We have 1 to 2 more shots to beat 13. I mean, 13 gods, I guess, is pretty good. We have snow lands, and one of our gods was Jorn. So Jorn was untapping our... Jorn was untapping our snow lands when it attacked. Could have played Bone Crusher for the BM purpose, Perforos attack. Ooh, well, we had to attack to untap our lands though, so we didn't have untap mana to activate Perforos before we attacked. I'm actually really excited about Pioneer post bannings. Planning on playing some Pioneer for tomorrow's stream. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. We will experience the newness of the format. How about you, Sir Alex? I mean, you're always excited about Pioneer. You're always said to be Pioneer decks, even when I tend to think Pioneer is like in a bad place. So I assume if you're excited about it when it's in rough spots, you got to be hyped for it now with the bannings. How good will Omnath be without Uro in Modern and Pioneer? That is an interesting question. I'm leaning towards it being okay. Right now, I'm leaning towards it being okay. But I also readily admit that maybe it's not. But I do think it gets powered down quite a bit. I mean, it's still probably going to be good in Modern, where you have fetch lands. In Pioneer, I'm less convinced that it'll still be good, but... well, I guess we cultivate. We're going to need... We still need our world tree at some point. Well, pass the turn. We got lands. We got lands for days. Opponent goes to combat, gets in, hits us. Bone Crusher is a messed up magic card. It is just a messed up magic card. Well, that's a world tree. Gotta keep it. Play world tree. Play Clothis. Pass the turn. Well, now we need a way to answer Bone Crusher, I guess. Another one! Okay, so we need a sweeper. And we need it this turn, I think. Yeah, the ability to do a thing and then have an on-curve creature is very, very strong. Now, Clothis is nice, but without a Wrath, it's not going to beat double Bone Crusher, I don't think. We got to scry into a Wrath, like, right now. Maybe we get two turns. Because we gain that life. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not fast enough. Ugh. Well, okay. Yay, Arion. World Tree Part 2. Pass the turn. All our opponent did was play 2 Siege Rhino. Or, not Siege Rhinos. Bone Crushers. That isn't the worst comparison. The thing is, Siege Rhino costs 4 mana, though. And doesn't kill creatures. This is 3 mana, and it kills creatures. And we're dead. Well, alright. Last shot. Last shot for the gods that I gotta upload the podcast, or else I guess 13 will just be the number. Yeah. Run back. Run it back. What do you think about the adventure mechanic? Like, I love the adventure mechanic when it was printed, and I still like the design of the... Oh my goodness. I don't know if we can keep this. Like, the Wraths are nice. It would have worked last game. But if our opponent's on the Liliana plan, or just makes us discard a bunch, we're not anywhere near doing what we want to do. Every single god possible. Every god legal and standard. Not counting changelings, which I guess you could argue we're technically sort of gods, but every single non-changeling god. Well, alright. Landmaze Mindstone. Yeah. Well, this hand doesn't look like the worst. Opponent. I mean, opponent had 2 Bone Crushers and in a Mire Triton, right? And we had 1 blocker. So we're just taking 6. We're just taking 6 on board. Yeah, I guess we gotta go bottom. Scry. Bottom. Tap land. Go. Where's our world tree? Bone Crusher. I mean, Bone Crusher is in like 50% of decks in Standard, which is a level of dominance that would traditionally get a card banned. But as soon as I saw the challenger decks and that they're all a bunch of Eldraine staples, I figured that was a pretty clear sign that Wizards was not even considering banning Eldraine stuff. Opponent. Down to 14. Palaka Predation. Sure. We still need to find a world tree at some point. Tags Vanishing Light. Tap land. Oh my god. Alright. Opponent brought in all the duresses. Well, go to combat. Oh, we don't even have white mana. Alright, play this. White and green. Put green into play. Snow-covered plains. Glass casket. Get rid of the Bone Crusher. Well, so we need to find World True, we need a few more lands, and we got a shot. And we haven't drawn many gods yet. Opponent, land. Mire Triton. Yeah. And... ooh, here they come. Here comes all the dorks. Opponent mills. Hits a Croxa, unfortunately. Makes a zombie, also not super fortunately. I'll keep the Doomscar. Untap. Play the land. Foretell Doomscar. Pass the turn. Pass the turn. Pout it. Make zombies. Yeah. Goes to combat. Hits us. Down to 10. Do they get back Croxa? They do. Down to 7. I mean, this Doomscar is helpful. Nothing to discard. Well, opponent plays a land. Draw a card. Gain some life. Up to 11. It's a land, which is fine. Ooh. Interesting. Well, let's Doomscar. Oh, we need... alright, hang on. Play this. Crack this. Get a Plains. We still need World Tree, though, right? Like, none of this does anything until we get a World Tree. Blue, black, green, red, white. You know what? I think we play... let's play the bridge. Let's play the bridge and see what happens. Get a Plains. White, white, green. Doomscar. Sweep the board. Red, blue, black, green, white. All right, Doomscar. Sweep the board. Prismatic Bridge. Hope for the best. Here comes some gods. Unfortunately, our opponent gets to get back Croxa again. Brood Pit. Oxymogonus. Refuels. We spin into Turgid. Well, get Yarion. Play Yarion. Pass the turn. Opponent. Yes? Free land? Free land? We like the sounds of that. Murderous Rider, a little too late, though, because we already got the free land. Yes, please. Oh, is there a chance that it's going to happen? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We actually have all the lands that we need. We don't have... we have all the lands that we need. We don't have a World Tree, though, which is the issue. Opponent. Passing. Thin the deck. Get a snow-covered forest. Redain, cultivate, cast it. Thin the deck. No attacks. Oh. Well, I mean, we really do want the World Tree, and there's only 4 world. Oh yeah. All right. Well, that's how the game ends. Well, we block. Can I send you a 250 card standard deck to play? I call it Enchantment of Wits. Well, I would love to look at it. Well, the good news is we put 13 gods into play. Obviously, hey, what's up, Dogamith? You made it right at the end. Obviously, playing every god in standard, probably not what you want to do if you're trying to like win a tournament, let's say. However, it is something that's possible. Sometimes you will pull it off, and when you do pull it off, it is pretty funny, and it does actually win the game. So yeah, if you got a ton of wild cards, if you got a, I know you're good. Major snowstorm coming this way too, dog. So if you got a ton of extra wild cards, I think it's a funny thing to do and to pull off and just achieve the goal. But as far as like ranking up or whatever, yeah, I don't think all the gods is all the way to do it. But on that note, I gotta run because I gotta go and upload the podcast, the B&R podcast. Yeah, it's not here yet to the East Coast, but it's supposed to be here soon. So on that note, reminders, big one, tomorrow's stream afternoon, 2 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. Pioneering, I think. Checking out our new post-ban format. Speaking of bands, the podcast will be up on the YouTube and everywhere else in like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, as soon as I get done with the podcast or as soon as I get done with the stream. So check that out. A reminder that the replay YouTube has all of our old streams. And one more reminder that our sponsor this afternoon is Card Kingdom. And if you need some magic cards from Kaldheim or other places, you get them at cardkingdom.com. Even get a free Scoop Soldier sticker. So thank you to Card Kingdom for supporting the show. Most importantly, thank you to all of you. Seriously, y'all are amazing and awesome. Thanks for hanging out this afternoon, janking around, playing some Magic, talking some Magic. So we'll be back tomorrow to do some pioneering. So until then, everyone, have a wonderful afternoon. Saffronolive at mtggoldfish.com is my email, Spice Lord. So have a wonderful night, everyone. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for all the birthday wishes. I appreciate it. So have a great evening. Have a great Tuesday morning. And I'll see you tomorrow afternoon for some more fun. So until then, have a great one. And I'll see you tomorrow.